Good morning. Hope everybody's doing okay. Just continuing to make videos on, each day, trying to get into my routine and just showing how I do my just daily routines to be the person I want to be. Um, I want to say thank you for the likes and the comments for my videos. Um, on the 15th video, I think it was. And I really appreciate all the support and all the comments from people. I do love y'all. I pray for y'all. That goes for everybody else. Um, it's, it's just such a blessing to pray for people. Um, but like I said, there's going to be people that are probably not going to like me. And they might say negative things about me, but that's okay because these videos aren't for me or for, I'm really trying to catch the people who are not believing, who who are lost or who are having a lot of trouble in life. That's the people that I'm really trying to get to. Like I said, believers watching this, I'm still enjoying the feedback. Um, and today was a good day. I mean, I worked out, great gym. Like I said, my whole life has pretty much changed. I had my first day at Walmart yesterday, and it was Sunday. And since I've had a lot of experience working, I knew it was going to be hectic. I mean, you get a card on Sunday, be blessed because, I mean, those people are working real hard to keep the carts in the store for people to use. I mean, it was pretty tough. I mean, every time that I went around with a cart, it was about 10 left when I just put a whole stack of carts. But I knew God was with me. My co-workers are excellent. Good managed store. Even though I know it's going to be difficult. I mean, even if it's Walmart, starting from the bottom. A Walmart is a great company if you put the time in. They will help you with your schooling. They make sure that you have breaks. I asked for equipment. They went right to the rack and got me a poncho, all the stuff that I needed. They gave me a radio. This is all coming from God just because I have under $100 in my name till I get paid for 3 weeks. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I take one day at a time, one problem at a time. I have taxes, and it was all a mess because I was at the shelter last year, and papers get thrown around, and everything gets lost. You just got to take one thing at a time. I'm going to show another video while I'm studying today. I try to do a talk type deal before I do my studying, so I got to drink this. So I'm not trying to be rude, but the time is ticking. It took forever to try to delete some things, like older videos and pictures, just to have enough time. I mean, I'm sure there's apps that you can download to make hour videos. I don't think people are going to enjoy listening to me talk for a whole hour. So I think 30 minutes is pretty much a good time zone. And like I said, 30 videos should wrap up. I think people are going to get a good general idea of what I do and how I got my life to where I got it at to express the way I am. I wear what I wanted today at the gym, and it's great. I mean, it was a blessing yesterday. It was a sight to see. I had a coworker. Like I said, I'm never gonna. The only time that I use names, very important here. The only time that I use somebody's name is if I get it out of the paper or social media, or if it's just something out in public. But if it's a prayer that somebody emails me, a confidential prayer, or something personal, or somebody's name that are from yesterday, or coworker, I'm not gonna ever put their names in my videos. I can talk about it, but like I said, my confidentiality. I don't even know if that's a word, but I'm gonna use it anyways because I can. Um, is very important to me, and um, I take that serious. Um, so everything's confidential when it comes to personal matters, and some of the prayers can be difficult to pray for others, but I've got to move forward. Moving forward, staying focused, time management, organization are the keys in how I can get my life in order. But I'm telling you, the show and tell that I do, my studying, the most important thing I do is guess. Starts with a P, is prayer. The most important thing I do is bow down on my knees and to have a relationship with God, Jesus Christ, the Lord, my Savior, feeling His Spirit, knowing He's listening through faith. You've got to believe and have faith in what you're praying about. God knows if you're thinking that He is not real. He knows if you're playing games or not. I mean, like I said, you can be comfortable with the Lord because it's simple. Because He created you. He already knows you. It's okay to talk to Him about anything. He wants you to talk to Him. And He wants you to have a relationship, because the more deep the relationship goes, the more He gives back. And it's not, and it can be difficult. I mean, even sometimes I have to start my prayers over. I mean, sometimes I've prayed with people and I had to start over, and they said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I need to start the prayer over because I'm not having enough faith that I need to have." There was a man that had cancer. I sold him my TV because it was close by, and I put my hands on top of his head, and I really believe that the Lord was listening to my prayer. And that goes for a couple of my mom's friends. I mean, it's humiliating because it's not like I'm some certified preacher. It's not like I'm an educated person. I didn't go to Belmont Abbey. I wasn't a priest or the pastor's assistant. I am a person, a human being that just wants people to realize how important it is to have a relationship with God and how much weight it has taken off of me. The time is ticking. I say that, I'm continuing to say that because it's so easy to procrastinate in wanting to get to know Him. I mean, just yesterday at work, blessing, sight to see. Co-worker just started out in the middle of the parking lot. That's how you know the Spirit is there. It doesn't matter where you're at or what you're doing. If somebody wants to express themselves, I loved how he expressed himself. Loved how he was speaking from the heart. Even though some things I didn't really agree on, you don't have, when you're speaking to somebody and they're talking about God, it's just best to listen and just to be thankful for the Spirit and for them expressing the way that they are. He was going on about Joseph and his brothers and about the Pharaoh and how, and he just started talking. It was amazing, unexpected, and God put me in the middle of a busy parking lot with a new co-worker on purpose. What a blessing. Only making 11 an hour, part-time, living with my mom, miserable. No. I'd rather have a relationship with God and to have people in my life talking about Jesus Christ and studying. I like working out and just becoming a better person each day. He was talking about the dreams and explaining the dreams to Pharaoh about the I'm trying to remember the word. But he was going on with that, and he was talking about more of the psychological things about how he wants to have a house and how he went to Lowe's and he just asked for a set of keys. So every time he sees the keys, his brain starts working. It goes on overdrive. He said that his calling was to help people to get financially stable. And guess what? I'm struggling right now. How am I going to pay my phone bill? It's going to be 3 more weeks till I get paid again. I might have to sell the TV. But he was talking about how you should pay yourself first, 10%. And put that for your reserved. I still cannot think about the word that he described, but the Spirit's going to help me remember, because I'm not going to edit these videos. But just a blessing how God came into the conversation, and we talked for about 10 minutes. How he explained his faith and how in his past and his company and how he hired this one girl who started at the bottom, or this one lady. It was a blessing to hear him say how she went to school and got this and that and moved to, and moved forward. So anyways, work went good. I am tired, but I've got to continue to make these videos, especially expressing how happy I am for those wonderful comments. But I'm like I said, I'm prepared for the worst. Um, but these videos are for other people. They're not about getting attention from others. Even if I get a call from a TV station or a radio station, you're speaking good. You've got people's attention. We'd love to have you on the show. We'll give you this amount, or I'm getting all this attention. Even if they offered me $1 million to get on a talk show, which is pretty tempting because I'd love to have $1 million right now. I need, get insurance, get an apartment, get a house. But you know what? This is very important. It doesn't matter how much attention I get, but I do love people, and I'm very thankful for the comments. I'll say no, because I do these videos through the Spirit, and this is for God. Now, if they wanted me to do something and it's $1 million or whatever, I'm getting off a little bit of the topic here, is I would donate every single cent to, people who are struggling. People who are hungry. Okay, people who are hungry and they have foundations to help people get food. That's a big thing. We have all this stuff going around with the virus, which is very serious. I think it's getting out a lot more because wealthy people are getting hit. There are people that are starving year around, and hunger hurts. It's a very serious thing to not have enough food throughout your day, especially not getting any food for a couple of days. It has never happened to me before, but I'm sure that it's happened to plenty of people. So if I get a chance, I'll never take money into my own pocket. The money that God blessed me with doing these, period, will go to people to get meals, pallets of meals, canned goods, because heartbreak, not making a lot of money, depression, the stuff going around, which I pray real hard about that. But the hunger is the number one thing that needs to get donations to, or people that are not eating. Children who are not eating. Okay. I think everybody deserves to eat. Period. I don't care what you did. I don't care who you are. Everybody at least needs to eat 2 meals a day, or every other day, if that's the case. Okay, so I need people to really realize on these videos that I don't judge And it's good to have show and tell and have a little fun, but Christ and people's suffering is something that I need to stay focused on. My routine, what I do in my studying, and my blessings each and every day. So the word that he was having a dream about how he should save things to reserve Egypt, or the grains, the 7 years of grain, the harvesting, I guess, is getting close to the word. Is he was explaining how you should pay yourself 10% for that harvest in case of emergency, and to keep that for not for use. And the more he was explaining, the more it was making sense to me, because I need to have something where I can put 10%. The first 10% needs to go to God. But I think that he's right. We all need to pay ourselves a harvest for crisis, because crisis can happen just like that. And it was a real good blessing. And Walmart is and I'm gonna is somewhere that I think I'm gonna be for a long time. Um, and I'm gonna figure a way out to become financially stable. And you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one day at a time, and I'm gonna express the way that I am. I wore all black to work, and people accepted me for who I was, and I got a vest, I got my name tag. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of ups and downs with my career there, but that's just part of it. I mean, having faith doing these videos, I'm going to have faith in the outside world. I can't please everybody. One day at a time. One day at a time, I can't please everybody. I've got to be myself and express myself and have faith, but I can't be pushed around, too much, you know, and you just got to have confidence in yourself. But it's real easy to feel the Spirit and getting your life together, and then you say, "Oh, I can just go out a day without praying. I can take some time off with God now. Everything's fine." I think Satan can be very, very, very manipulating, because he's going to start creeping in, and he's going to try to suffocate your relationship with God. Satan does not want you to believe in him. Do you think that people want Satan? Or do you think Satan wants people to really believe in him and to believe in hell? I don't think so. Because I don't think out of 30 years of my life has anybody nobody has ever told me that they wanted to go to hell and be trapped in somewhere they don't want to be. I don't think anybody wants to be tortured, because I know hell is torture. I don't know if it's fire. I know the Bible says the lake of fire, but people explain hell. I've never heard anybody say anything positive about hell. Let me just put it that way. So, and I don't want to go there. I I am for sure that I do not want to go to hell, and I accept Jesus Christ as my Savior. And I'll do the best I can of explaining how I can still live a life where I'm not controlled, I can express myself, and everything else. Because, like I said, if you look at my other videos or my Instagram page, I'm not perfect. I still do things other than just studying and praying all the time. So, I've got about just a couple more minutes. I'm still trying to remember that word, but harvesting is what he was what he was basically talking about. Reserving things for Egypt to continue to save Egypt, because Pharaoh was desperate and wanting to know how he was going to manage Egypt. And here comes Joseph. And I saw that in a Bible video. It's wonderful. Just how he came reunited with his brothers. I mean, could you imagine your brother just throwing you like you're a piece of trash, thinking that you're dead, and your father thinks you're dead, and then years later, I mean, your brothers are coming to you, and you're just below the Pharaoh, and they don't even recognize you, and he was humble enough to forgive. Forgiveness is such a blessing from God, and for other people to forgive. I need to work on that as well. Just forgiveness. Humble myself. Forgive. Not just say it. Say, I forgive you, it's fine. Or grudgingly say, yeah, I forgive you, that's fine. But to pray and to really go into your heart and to ask God to help you to forgive this person. That's an incredible blessing that Jesus teaches. So we're running out of time. I love y'all. Stay safe. I'll make the boring video with my studying, and we'll just make it a good day, one day at a time.